guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we'll be fixing up another doll and I must say, this must be one of the most TLC dolls that I've ever had experience fixing up. But anyway, I was very happy with how she turned out. And while I'm fixing up this doll, I'll also be reading some Reddit stories that are actually very crazy. These are all about American Girl dolls, but I just have to let you know that these are Reddit stories that I made using AI. So these are not actual real things that happened to American Girl doll collectors, but something I just made up using AI. But still, they're about American Girl, and I think they're fun to read and also give opinions to, even though they didn't really happen in real life. Anyway, enough blabbering. Let me go ahead and show you what I did to fix up this very TLC Kittredge doll and how she looked after I fix her up. So here's the doll that we'll be fixing up in today's video. So she is a Kit Kittredge and she's very TLC as you can see. So she has a lot of marks on her body and luckily these are not like pen marks that couldn't be removed but just by scrubbing it by some magic eraser. So her limbs are like hanging very loose, and I'm not just talking about the legs, even her arms are, hanging by a thread, but that's okay because we're going to tighten them up later. And her face, oh my god, how can I start with that face? But she has all these marks on her. I think these were like watercolor, so probably her previous owner was a very artistic kid. So she really had a number with this one, and she also gave Kit a mullet. I was actually tempted to just keep this wig because I was kind of like intrigued with it, but I decided to just get rid of it and give her a new one. Luckily, I have a stash of wigs that I can use on this doll, so we'll have no problem on that fort. But while I'm removing her bathing suit, which I find kind of lovely actually, I'm just going to wash it first and then maybe use it on another doll. So I'll be reading some Reddit stories, and again, these Reddit stories are like made up, they're not real, so I just made them up using AI. Anyway, so let's start. So the first Reddit story that we're going to read is titled, Am I the asshole for breaking up with my boyfriend over an American Girl doll? So sounds crazy, right? But let's hear what OP has to say. So I, 26 female, have always loved American Girl dolls. I grew up with them, read the books, and even saved up to buy one as an adult because childhood me never got the fancy accessories. My boyfriend, 28 male, has always known this, and I didn't think it was a big deal until last week. For my birthday, my best friend got me Molly, my childhood dream doll. I was so excited and put her on a little shelf in our apartment. My boyfriend, however, thought this was the funniest thing ever. He kept making jokes about me being too old for dolls, and even called her creepy more than once. I told him to drop it, but the next day, Molly was gone. I immediately asked him where she was, and he laughed, saying he had her home her, because it was embarrassing to have a doll in our place. I saw red. I told him he had until the end of the day to get her back or I was done. He thought I was bluffing. Spoiler, I wasn't. Long story short, I dumped him, got Molly back from his friend's house, what the F, and now he and some of our mutual friends think I overreacted. Am I the asshole for ending a relationship over an American Girl doll? Or was this a massive red flag? Edit. Wow, I did not expect this to blow up. To clarify, yes, I got Molly back safely. And no, I will not be taking him back. And yes, I now realize that this was more about just a doll. Thanks for the validation, fellow AG lovers. Molly and I are driving. Okay, but first of all, I'm glad that she was able to get her doll back because if I was in her position, I would definitely saw more than red. I would definitely be seeing black and blue because I will definitely be beating up my boyfriend if he ever did something like this. If I had a boyfriend, that is, that would do something like that. But anyway, so yes, I think it's important in any relationship that you share the same interest and passion, and if not, at least this person should be, um, should have the respect at least for to give you with regard to your whatever makes you happy, because it's not really something bad to collect American Girl dolls or anything at all, for that matter. Like it would be a different thing. For example, if this OP was in the habit of going to the cemetery and collecting dead bodies, so that's definitely concerning. Or if she's doing something very dangerous, like she's collecting what do you call this, guns, grenades, fireworks, something like that that could start a fire or could be used in violence. So she's collecting something very, very innocent, like an American Girl doll, or let's just, even if it's not just an American Girl doll, it's just a doll. So I don't know why some people have so much problem with it. So there's something that they call, I think they call it pediophobia. So these are what you call the fear of dolls. So I don't think that this is the case in this scenario because the boyfriend didn't really say that he's afraid of the doll. He's just embarrassed because he feels that if you're already an adult, you shouldn't be playing with dolls or even collecting them, which I find really stupid because how about boys who are collecting like toy figures or cars, toy cars, or those who like anime, they collect anime figures. So is that also childish? So I don't think so. I think if you're really a collector and you whatever it is that you're collecting, as long as it's nothing illegal, you should go for it. And as long as it's not really interfering with your life, like you're not spending your rent money, money for food, or money for the essentials. If you are just spending your extra money on it and it makes you happy, then some people shouldn't or other people shouldn't have any problem with it because again, it's your money. It's not like you're stealing the money to buy this stuff. Okay, and anyway, for this scenario, it's a gift that Molly was a gift from your best friend. So your boyfriend is probably just jealous because you loved the gift more than probably the gift that he gave her. So anyway, good call on dumping this guy because first it's a doll. So what's next? Or like if he doesn't it things doesn't go his way, he's going to react like that, like throwing stuff that he's not really that he shouldn't touch. Like it's not like it's his thing. So if he wants to throw away something and it's his stuff, then that's fine. But it's not his, so he doesn't have any right, and he's not even your husband. So why should he touch your stuff? So anyway, okay, if I were in her position, I would definitely do the same. Dump this guy and then, just enjoy being single and then play with your doll. Okay, and that's it. I think that's the best option right now. But anyway, so just an intermission. I'm showing you the progress that I'm making with this Kit Kittredge. So as you can see, I was able to remove most of the marks on her face by now, and I just used a damp magic eraser. And I also noticed that I thought I would have to like really eye swap her because her one of her eyes doesn't have any eyelashes, but it turns out that it was just retracted. So for some reason the eyelashes came inside the eye socket, and I was able to like push it out or pull it out using my fingers. So what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to be like gluing them so that they won't be moving in and out inside her eye. So I'm going to show you later how I did it. But anyway, let's go ahead and read the next Reddit story so that we can, enjoy while you're watching me fix up this doll. Okay, I saw this technique in one of the YouTube videos that I watched. So, what they instructed to do if you have a doll like this with retracted eyelashes is to use glue. So this is basically the same glue that I used to rebake them, but this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the doll lying down, and then I'm going to apply the glue over the eyelashes. So just make sure that your eyelashes are pushed out so that you want to keep them that way. So here I just made a bit of a mess. The glue was too much, so it spilled at the side of her eyes, but that's okay. So I'm just using a Q-tip to apply the glue. So you're just going to apply it over the eyelashes where it meets the eye part. So don't worry, because this is going to dry clear. And what this will do is it will keep the eyelashes from going in. It's going to, stick there because, of course, it's glue. So yeah, so easy peasy. So that's all you have to do if you have a trouble like this, if you have an issue with the eyes being retracted, okay, in your American Girl doll. But anyway, so we're going to continue reading another Reddit post. Again, this is just made up. It's not really an actual Reddit post. It's just something I use AI for. I use AI to make this Reddit post. Anyway, so here's the second story. Am I the asshole for telling my niece her American Girl doll's backstory is historically inaccurate? So, my 10-year-old niece is obsessed with American Girl dolls, and she recently got one that she named Lady Serafina Rosewood. She made up this whole elaborate backstory. Serafina is a rich Victorian princess who lived in New York. She wears big ball gowns and rides in a golden carriage to her castle every day. So here's where I might have screwed up. I love history, and I gently told her that number one, America never had princesses. Number two, Victorian England and the Gilded Age America were very different. And then number three, golden carriages weren't exactly a thing in 1890s New York. I tried to be nice about it, but my niece got really upset and told me I was ruining Serafina's life. My sister said I was being an asshole for overanalyzing a doll, and that I should have just let her have fun. But I thought I was just teaching her cool historical facts. Am I the asshole for correcting her, or should I have just let Serafina be a completely non-historical princess? Edit. Okay, I get it. I'm the asshole. I'll let Serafina live her historically inaccurate best life. Maybe I'll even help my niece write a fantasy version of her story. Okay, so yes, so in this particular Reddit post, we have a history buff who feels the need to correct her niece for making up a story about her doll. Okay, again, let's not be too serious. Remember Bridgerton? Even until now, people are saying that it's historically inaccurate. Like, okay, excuse me, it's not supposed to be like a documentary or something about a real life person. So it's just something that was originally a novel that's turned into a show. So again, if you're going to be like, you know, very a stickler for such things, then you shouldn't be watching that show, because of course, if you can see there, so like people of other nationalities, other color are like mingling with each other, like, you know I mean, I'm not, don't get me wrong, I'm not being racist here. I'm just saying that just looking at that, it's already historically inaccurate, because as we all know, I don't think anyone way of color holds a position, except for Meghan Markle, who is the one who is already a princess or a duchess, I think. But that's beyond the point. What I'm saying is it's really not accurate. So now going back to the actual Reddit post. So yes, okay. So what you should have done is just be supportive. I mean, obviously your niece just wants to have fun, so she wants to have her princesses, she had the golden carriages and the castles and everything. So regardless if it's not true or it's not accurate, that's not the point here. So she just wants to have fun. She's imagining things, okay, making up stories for her dolls, which is absolutely normal. So let's not try to ruin the fun okay, in our kids. Like, we're always pushing for them to be like, no, that's not true, that's not what happened. Again, okay, so we're not talking about an actual person. She's just being a kid. So she's just making up stuff because she's a kid, okay? So I think you should be more worried about your own life rather than thinking making a mountain out of a molehill. So just let your niece be. So she wants to be happy with her imaginary friend, her imaginary doll, or the imaginary story that she made up about her doll. So let her be. But anyway, going back to this doll, so as you can see here, she's much cleaner. So I ruined the very very new magic eraser that I use on her. Oh, I forgot. I think I missed this spot, but we're going to clean that later. So yeah. So what I'm just doing here is I'm removing her stuffing because we're going to be tightening up her limbs now. Okay, so this is very very easy. I think this is the easiest thing that I could uh, think of doing to an American Girl doll. So I just use like a lot of hair ties to tighten up their limbs. Some people say that it's temporary, that they're going to be loose again. But for me, I think that's not really a problem for me because I don't really put my dolls in a sitting position. I keep them upright, standing up. So I don't think that their limbs will be uh, getting loose anytime soon. And even if they are, I can just add more add more hair ties to tighten them up. So there's not really special about this. All I'm going to do is I'm keep on adding the zip ties, tying it around the space where there shouldn't be any space to make them tight again. So here she is, all cleaned up. So all we need to do now is to swap out her wig because her wig is a mess. Although, as I mentioned earlier, I was actually considering of keeping her like this. Maybe I could just brush it out, make it look nice. But yeah, no, I decided that it's going to be probably nice for a boy doll. Someday, if I make a boy doll, I might use this wig, but we're not going to make a boy doll today. So we're going to make her a pretty little girl. So here's Ket with her new wig. So this is actually a TLC Makina wig that I just fixed up a bit so that it suit her. I actually kept the whips of hair that was left when I removed her original wig. I think I like the bangs or the whips of hair, the different color that it gave her. And now this is what she looks like after I gave her some, eye notches and gave her some, eyeliner and redrawn her eyebrows. So I think it looks really nice. In my opinion, it actually changed the shape of her eyes. Now we're going to do a bit of an unboxing. So this is something that I received a few weeks ago, but I've been saving this up just for this batch of dolls that I received recently. So I had my friend Rosie make this clothes for me. So these clothes were actually made using old clothes from humans. So she turned them into something nice for my dolls. So I just gave her some ideas on what to do. So I just chose some designs that I like and I asked her if she could sew it for me. And she did. So she went above and beyond my expectations. So if you're in the Philippines and you're interested to have clothes sewn for your doll, so hit Rosie up and she will do you wonders. So I'm going to put her link in the description. So this is the link for her page. Just shoot her a message and she'll get back to you, I'm sure. And she'll sew whatever clothes you want for your doll. So she gave me some like shoes for my dolls, or I think these are socks. So these are really cute. Okay, colored socks. So I do have some socks for my dolls, but mostly white and black. So these are really nice because at least they can have like printed socks now. And I like this. So I think this will look good for my boy dolls since boys like dinosaurs, I suppose. Okay, and then okay, this is I think these are like tights. So another pair of socks for my dolls. Yeah, really cute. So these are like colored, but this time plain. Okay. So really, really cute. I can't wait to use them on my dolls. And here she is. So this is the doll. So doesn't she look adorable? So I named her Petronilla after one of my favorite characters from the manhwa Lady to Queen. And regarding this set of clothes, so I actually had Rosie copy this from a design I saw online. I fell in love with it and I told her to just, go to town with it. So she just used whatever fabric I gave her and she made this. So isn't it fabulous? I really love how it looks. It looks so much like the design that I wanted her to make, but of course, she gave it another totally different spin. Okay, so that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this as much as I did. So I'll be posting more and more because I still have a lot to fix up. So I really have like weeks and weeks of content to do for this channel. So stay tuned for more videos to come from Totally Dolls and see you in the next one. Bye-bye!